Hi everyone, welcome to Mindful Crafts and More. I'm Katrina. If this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome. Take a look at this video or any of my other videos, and if you find yourself inspired, join my channel. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you just hanging out with me for a bit. So hi everyone, this is VEDA number 29, and we are almost done with the challenge for the month. And it has definitely been a journey, and I have been enjoying it. I've learned a lot along the way. Today's video is going to be a little quick, but what I want to do is go ahead and do the final preparations so that I can put together my mystery project for the crochet along that's been going on, sponsored by Pricilla over at Distinctive Crochet. So the whole idea was to make scrap yarn out of scrap yarn and then turn that yarn into a beautiful project. So I am almost there. I have done finger knitting I-cord in order to make my scrap yarn. And I did try to kind of color control it, and that I pulled out scrap yarns that I had that I thought would fit the main color, which is my focus color. So you will see that, and if you've seen my previous videos, then you've seen the variegated yarn that I started with, and that I'm making my focal point for the color, and I'm pulling all the other colors in with that. All right, so that being said, now that I have done all of my scrap yarn that I think I'm going to need for my project, I have to make sure I have all my tools available. All right, so this is what I've come up with. My yarn is a large I-cord, and so that means that I'm going to have to figure out how to work with the large yarn that I have made. Now, I thought about trying to finger knit or finger crochet it, but I want my stitches to be a little bit smaller than that. And so as a result, I'm going to use my very large needles in order to put my project together. I figured since I finger knit the yarn itself, it would be okay for me to then go ahead and use the tools to put the final product together. So I hope you guys don't mind that at all. All right, so that being said, I have to pick my tools and I have to make sure I have my supplies. All right, so I have these very large knitting needles here, okay? And these knitting needles are a US 50, and they are 25 millimeters thick. Now, believe it or not, they're just a little bit larger. I guess they're maybe almost twice as large as my wrist, but because I wouldn't be able to keep it only at the wrist for the stitches that I need, and I would have to go up the arm, then my stitches might get a little larger. And the project that I'm making is going to be a little wider than this. So that being said, I need to make sure that I have what I need. I don't think this is going to be long enough. So what I did was I grabbed my cable needles, and these also are a US 50. Now these are Knitter's Pride, and I ordered these a long time ago online, and they have a nice size cable, as you can see. All right, and so I feel like I can bunch my stitches if I need to, and I'm not bunching them nearly as much as I would have to if I use this. I have used this in the past to make a blanket, and if I can find the picture, I will pop the picture up here. What do you think, guys? I really like that blanket, and that was made for a family member, and they really loved the blanket. All right, now the yarn that I used for that was like this. All right, and this yarn is pretty thick. and my I cord is probably about this thickness. All right. So I think that this size needle will fit just fine. And as you see here, this is the way the stitch definition comes out if you're doing a garter stitch with knitting. All right. Now, this is great to do if you're only going to, hold on, let me put this down. All right. This is great to do if all you're going to do is just back and forth and you don't have to worry about counting stitches, having anything special along the row or what have you. So the project that I want to make, I need to pay attention to where my stitches are so that I can do some special things with it. That being said, I'm going to need a place marker. Well, I don't have a stitch marker big enough for this, so I'm going to make one myself. Let me grab my tools. This is some leftover yarn, so that's still in keeping with scrap yarn. And you've seen this recently when I made a twisted cord, right? All right, I'm going to use this to make a stitch marker. All right, so come along with me as I do that. I am back and I have my completed stitch marker that I have made, and let's make sure it fits. And it does, fits very nicely on those and these. They're both the same size, but I just wanted to check to make sure. So I'm all set. That's really exciting, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at yesterday's puzzle solution. And this is what I came up with. And here is the puzzle for this video. I am really excited. Thank you so much for tuning in, for watching the videos, for giving me a thumbs up, for leaving comments. I hope that the things that I have shown have been inspiring, and you guys have inspired me so, so very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so the next video, I will have my mystery project. And so I hope that you guys will tune into that and take a look at it. And I hope that it comes out as I have envisioned it. All right. So please go ahead and do everything you can to be mindful, to be at your best health. And by all means, guys, be crafty every day. I look forward to seeing you again on tomorrow. Bye bye now.